I opened my front door on a quiet Saturday morning, expecting nothing more than to grab my coffee and enjoy the calm chirping of birds, but instead, I was hit by the overwhelming scent of carne asada and cilantro. At first, I thought I had wandered into a catering truck, but no, my driveway had been hijacked. Not blocked. Not parked in. Completely transformed. 3 long folding tables were stretched across my concrete, covered in aluminum trays steaming with food. Chafing dishes held tacos, enchiladas, rice, and beans. Bright, colorful paper decorations flapped in the wind. Someone had even plugged a mini sound system into my outdoor outlet. And at the center of it all stood Meredith. Hair teased, pearls on. Clipboard in hand, she looked like a delusional dinner theater director who had mistaken my property for the Met Gala red carpet. She noticed me staring and sauntered over like she owned the place. "Oh good, you're up. We started setting up early to make sure the food stays hot. Hope that's okay." I blinked at her, stunned into silence. My brain was still trying to process how my driveway had become a 5-star brunch buffet without my permission. Before I could speak, she continued. "It's the spring kickoff brunch. For neighborhood bonding. The HOA approved it last week. Don't worry, we'll be done by 2. Guests were already arriving behind her, loading plates like it was a wedding reception. One guy in cargo shorts even raised a margarita-filled red Solo cup and toasted me at 9 a.m. I finally found my voice. "Why is this on my property?" Meredith looked at me like I had just asked why grass is green. "Your driveway has the best sun angle for pictures. Plus, it's the widest. And your house has a neutral aesthetic, it won't clash with the decor." She said this like I should feel honored. I looked past her to where guests were already trampling my flower beds and knocking over the solar lights I installed last month. "Meredith, you can't do this. It's trespassing. You didn't ask me and I never gave permission." She chuckled as if I were being overly dramatic. "Oh come on, it's just a brunch. We're all neighbors. Try to be a team player, okay?" That was it. The phrase that ignited something deep within me. Try to be a team player? After literally colonizing my driveway? Before I could explode, her friend Brenda walked over with a paper plate of tacos and offered it to me. "Come on, just eat with us," she said. No need to make a scene. I didn't take the plate. I didn't say a word. I turned, walked back inside, and slammed the door. Because I was under siege. When I called the HOA president, his exact words were, "Let's just let it play out. We'll revisit the rules at the next meeting." Meredith had somehow conjured up a verbal approval, and now I was the bad guy. I tried reasoning with guests. One man in a windbreaker told me Meredith said you were cool with it. When I corrected him, he shrugged. "Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy," echoed in my skull like a war drum. I needed to calm down. I went to the backyard. That's where I saw them. My ducks. 5 of them waddling in their pen. Sir Quacksworth, Nibbles, Peppa, Biscuit, and Danger Zone. I adopted them after rescuing them from a failed petting zoo last summer. They followed commands, hated cilantro after an unfortunate garden incident, and were smarter than most HOA board members. And that's when it hit me. The buffet. The tacos. The cilantro. I had 5 agents of chaos and nothing to lose. I opened the backyard gate and whispered, "Go get 'em, boys." The ducks burst forth like a feathery cavalry. Sir Quacksworth led the charge, his chest puffed with righteous fury. They crossed the lawn with purpose and collided with the brunch like tiny berserkers. Peppa dove into the rice tray. Biscuit leapt onto a table, wings flapping so hard he sent Meredith's faux marigold centerpiece into someone's mimosa. Screams erupted. Nibbles plunged his beak into the cilantro dip and shook his head like a lawnmower, spraying green flecks everywhere. Meredith shrieked, "Ducks! Who let in the animals?" She tried to wave them away with napkins. Sir Quacksworth snapped at her ankle. She stumbled into the taco station, dumping guacamole all over her blouse. Danger Zone chased a child holding a quesadilla. His mom filmed the whole thing, laughing. It was beautiful. Meredith turned toward my house, covered in salsa, and screamed, "You released them! This is sabotage." I stood behind the screen door, sipping lemonade. "They live here. Unlike your taco tables." She swore she was calling animal control. I encouraged her to do so. They arrived 10 minutes later. "Are those ducks eating tacos?" one officer asked, watching Sir Quacksworth peck at a tortilla. Meredith stormed up to them. They are attacking people. The officer blinked. Ducks are legal pets, contained on private property. He unleashed them like weapons. The second officer looked at me. Is that true, sir? I shrugged. They live in my yard. I opened the gate. Maybe they were hungry. The first officer snorted. Seems like a neighborhood issue, not public safety. Meredith gasped. You're siding with him? Just then, David, the HOA president, arrived. He surveyed the disaster, spilled food, overturned chairs, guacamole-stained sundresses. Meredith, what in the HOA is going on here? She launched into a sob story about trying to unite the neighborhood through tacos. David turned to me. Did your ducks attack her brunch? I replied, they found food on my property. Instinct took over. David asked, Meredith, did you get official approval? She faltered. Not exactly. He pulled out his phone, snapped photos, and said, we'll address this in tonight's emergency meeting. You may want to prepare a statement. The crowd dispersed. Meredith stood alone, guacamole drying on her blouse. But she wasn't done. 2 days later, I received a cease and desist letter. It accused me of weaponizing wild animals to sabotage a community event. Alleged damages included ruined centerpieces, emotional trauma, and a ruined pair of leopard print sandals. I laughed so hard I nearly choked. A lawyer friend confirmed the ducks were legal pets and that Meredith didn't have a leg to stand on. She escalated. Sent flyers to every mailbox accusing me of endangering the neighborhood with my aggressive animals. So I made flyers of my own. Full-color photos of the brunch. Meredith smiling in front of her unauthorized buffet. Still frames of Sir Quacksworth mid-flight. I included testimonials and uploaded footage to a shared drive. David called me the next day. We need a meeting. That night, the clubhouse was packed. Memes of the ducks had gone viral in the neighborhood group chat. David opened the meeting. We're here to address the chaos caused by an unauthorized event. Meredith claimed she was persecuted for promoting community joy. Then I spoke. I presented my photos, flyers, and videos. The room went silent when a clip showed Meredith saying he's totally chill with it. Her lawyer packed up. David announced Meredith would be suspended from planning events. She would pay cleanup fees. Future HOA events required double board approval. She left red-faced, clipboard gripped like a security blanket. But she still wasn't done. A week later, I received a new HOA policy proposal. It aimed to restrict non-traditional pets. Aimed squarely at my ducks. So I fought back, printed flyers, made a display board with duck photos, dressed them in costumes, created a campaign, Let Ducks Live. At the HOA vote, I presented everything. The room laughed. People clapped. Kids chanted the ducks' names. The vote? 8-1. Proposal denied. Meredith stormed out. The next day, someone left a tray of watermelon on my porch with a note, for the real heroes. And now, peace reigns. No flyers. No taco invasions. Just ducks, naps, and lemonade. Victory had waddled home.